You're listening to What She Said on Canada Talks.
You are listening to the fabulous Farahri, who joins us now live in studio here at What She Said. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And it is an absolute delight to have you in here. I mean, your songs, your music. Well, I was getting to know you, and I was reviewing all the music.
Yes.
It's excellent, and I'm really impressed with GPop. Let's start there. What brought that about? And it stands for, you tell us.
Yeah, it stands for the Global Pursuit of Positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And it came about because when I was a kid and I wanted to do music, I always had this feeling, I always knew that I wanted to do more than just music. My greater purpose is to help the world on a grand scale. And I was trying to figure out the platform in which I could do that. So GPop kind of creates that platform where I can hopefully be a positive role model and influence the world in a way to help people become the better versions of themselves and do good things with their free time, so to speak. So that's how GPop came about. And it has 7 pillars, and those 7 pillars developed over a couple of years as I had more and more experiences, because going into the music industry is really the most challenging thing I've ever done. And I've had a good life. Like I did a lot of stuff. I played a lot of sports. I did well in school. I participated in tons and tons of things. So to join the music industry was a complete eye opener, because I've been through a lot of challenges, and this was just a whole next level. So as I started going through certain experiences, the 7 pillars of GPop came about. The first one is I love me unconditionally. And the basis of that is we can't help anybody. We can't help the world. We can't be the best versions of ourselves if we don't first love ourselves. Then the second pillar is the purpose in life is to use your talents and abilities for the betterment of humanity. And that came about because, when you do a lot of soul searching about what your purpose is, why you're here on this earth, what you want to do with your lifespan, I truly believe that we're all here. We all have special gifts and talents. And if we can harness them and use them to help people and help the world become a better place, then we're in alignment with what our purpose is. So that's the second one. The third one is embracing diversity. Not even too long ago, the terms tolerating differences in diversity and accepting differences in diversity were being thrown around. Yeah, and I never thought that was enough. Like, I don't really see color and race and religion in people. It doesn't come up to me. So I think we should more than tolerate, more than accept people's differences and embrace it, learn about it, become curious about it. Because just because this person, that's their one cultural thing doesn't mean you can't participate as well. And, I'm South Asian and we have a beautiful, rich cultural background, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to be South Asian to participate in it or to learn about it. And same thing with other people all around the world. Then the fourth pillar is blurring the boundaries of artistic expression, which is probably the most fun. I think your creativity is so internally and intrinsically linked to your spirituality. This is one of my new discoveries, is that I think for people to really connect with their spirituality and their universal energy and everything, they do it through expressing their creativity, whether it be through cooking, visual art, singing, producing, DJing, anything. It doesn't have to be music. There's so many ways to express your creativity, and blurring the boundaries of artistic expression gives you the permission to do different things. And let's say you want to do visual art with some dance or something like that, and mixing it without being placed into a box that's been there for so long, you know what I mean? So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is maintaining a balance between your physical, psychological, and spiritual health. For a while there was a fad of just, getting into good physical shape and, having a nice body and everything, a beach body or whatever.
I didn't get there.
Me neither. There's still time. There's still tons of time. And I just wanted to bring it to people's attention that it's really hard to get there when you're not in a good mental space. And when you can focus on just being happy with where you are right now, everything else tends to fall into place. And so that's the fifth one. The sixth one came when I was actually performing in Jamaica, and I saw how the music industry worked there, which fascinated me. and I called it cooperation versus competition, because I think the best thing about their music industry is that they pass the mic to each other. They call each other up on stage. They're not about taking their time and this is my time and you can't come on stage when I'm like, this is my
There's no
time to shine.
Kanye about them?
There's no Kanye. No, they don't want to steal each other's spotlight. They want to share the spotlight with each other because they're so passionate about the music and they just want to share it. They're not trying to hold on to it, right? So I found that so fascinating, and it doesn't even have to apply to the music industry. I think it can apply to everything. Just cooperate with people around you versus compete. And if we're all going to struggle, we might as well struggle happy, instead of struggling individually and independently and having one person have all this and then them be alone even at the top, or alone.
Do you
at the
believe
bottom.
happiness is a choice?
Absolutely. That's probably one of the biggest things that when people come around me and they say, oh, I'm so sad or I'm angry or whatever, I tell them it's a choice. You're choosing to be upset. I mean, there's certain things that are going to trigger your raw emotions, for sure, but if you can get yourself to a state where you're just so internally confident and calm, you might experience those emotions for a fleeting second or minute, but then you choose whether you want to stay in it or not. You choose the thoughts that you're going to think beyond that, and you can choose to get yourself out of it. Somebody taught me a really, really good lesson as to how to get myself out of a situation when I'm really frustrated or really angry. And he said, think about, always have in your pocket an image of something that makes you really happy. And for me, it was my little toy poodle. He's so adorable. Just picturing his face always just puts a smile on my face. So if ever I'm in a state of anger or frustration or whatever, I just picture his face and it just calms you down automatically. And then the last pillar is the positivity bubble, which is my favorite. And I mean, there's a lot to go into that, but basically it's about creating a bubble around you, and whatever is inside your bubble, you're responsible for it. Your thoughts, what comes out of your mouth, the actions that you do, that's your choice. You're accountable for that. You're responsible for that. Whatever happens outside your bubble is not in your control.
And it's a very tough thing to know what is in your bubble and to say, I didn't cause this in you. Yeah. This is you. Yeah. You own this. Yeah. I only own this.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
We are talking to Farahri, who is a pop sensation here at What She Said on SiriusXM, channel 167. And, I'm going through, I wouldn't know how to describe your style. It's definitely unique. I mean, it's pop, it's R&B, it's reggae, it's dancehall, it's Hindi. It's all over the place, and yet it's not. It's a wonderful mesh. How do you describe it?
I always call it pop with a twist. And it does have a very consistent pop sound. It's mostly pop R&B, and then some songs might have a little bit of a dance hall flavor, or a little more of an electro dance flavor, or a little more of a hip hop flavor. But the consistent sound is pop R&B. So pop with a twist.
You're watching What She Said on YouTube.
Pretty when I wanna be. Who cares what other eyes may see? Being strong's a part of me. That's just who we are. There's no place I can't go. Sometimes I may feel alone. I'm good when on my own. I'm out here chasing the stars. I'm good enough, tough enough. We don't give up, we keep getting up. I'm good enough, tough enough. We don't give up, we keep getting up. Take me as I am. Take me as I am. Luck for me is a hit or miss. I make the rules, this is my ish. You know I'm never giving up, 'cause I'm I'm good enough, tough enough. We don't give up, we keep getting up. I'm good enough, tough enough. We don't give up, we keep getting up. Take me as I am. Take me as I am. Take me, take me, take me as I am. Take me, take me, take me as I Take me as I am. Take me as I am. Take me as I am.
Wow. You're watching What She Said on YouTube. Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.